Hi, this is Dan Stewart, and this is your NORAM Asset Management Market Update, November 1st, 2010. The markets were up all through the day and then sold off in mid-afternoon. They staged a last-minute rally with just 10 to 15 minutes left to go in the day to all marginally break even. The Dow was up 6 points to 11,124, the S&P was up 1 to 1183, and the Dow was down 2.5 to 2504. Percentage-wise, all three major indices were flat. Volume on the big board was 4.4 billion, right at its 30-day moving average. And on the NASDAQ, it was 1.8 billion, slightly below its moving average. Copper was up 5 cents to 378. Oil, one of the big winners of the day, up 1 3/4%, was up $1.48 or $82.91. Gold was down $7.30 to $13.50 at the close of the stock market. Silver was up 6 points to $24.62. Silver is still on a tear. The yields on 5-year treasuries were down and therefore prices were up, but on 10 and 30 years, yields were up and prices were down. Therefore, investors are going shorter out in their yields. They're selling longer-term bonds and buying shorter-term bonds in anticipation of Bernanke's stimulus, formerly called QE2. The U.S. dollar was up against all three major currencies, the euro, the pound, and the yen, and personal income was down, and so was spending. Over in Europe, it was up marginally across the board with the exceptions of Italy and Spain. In both those countries, their cost of insuring their sovereign debt has skyrocketed. Their credit default swaps have increased significantly in the past week, along with Portugal and Ireland. So those countries are once again in the headlines and are in deep trouble of default. Over in Asia, it was up across the board, the only exception being Japan, down 0.5%. Japan auto sales had their biggest drop in 18 months as their government subsidies ran out. Sounds familiar? Kind of like our cash for clunkers? Japan, in my opinion, is going to be like Portugal, Greece, Ireland, and Spain. Watch those 5 countries over the next few months. All 5 of those countries are in dire straits. This has been Dan Stewart on Monday, November 1st, 2010, with your NORAM Asset Management Market Update.